a lawyer Paul Adam Ochre and I said audience and Kakranadi Abetuja say on the Deoyan say on your stage a politicians and Honson Kakranadi or study in a day a lawyer Paul Adam Ochre one or the Honson Betuja a general mosquito and or the Honson Mading Abetuja a general Asiedu Nketia and then one bit to Samadi Abetuja and some can say a Asiedu Nketia the Oyan is on the hostility issues. Short messy and fun, and I just said a Asiedu Nketia with Uria. The bush show not to say Asiedu Nketia, and didn't want a honton. So I have bought to say any one say Asiedu Nketia DNA a pimno, or I share a news in character, not to say Asiedu Nketia and boom. It's an ambulance with a lawyer for other match and against the cry. I bet you just say a general mosquito one day shoes lying to still sleep. When you be probably a boy. And see, was recently a UPSC, I celebrity honorable James Opoku Ajimai. Dinano Opoku Ajimai. Say as the vice president for Mahaman. That's a running mate, no. Ditching near crochet your friend saying daily Simon, daily guide one. I say a newspaper side, I try my gun, a share your coya. General mosquito, the name a da ASI pipacine. In Tianquity and sing a cry a lawyer for Adomatre, Eddie at the Toga, FIA general mosquito, a general Asiedu Nketia. We don't rest on your break.
For economy, he in his psyche, because that's what I do. I study politicians. I've been doing that forever. That's what I do. I just study politicians. So if you ask me about J.H. Mensah, I can tell you. If you ask me about Olusegun Obasanjo, I can tell you. If you ask me about Colonel Gaddafi, I can tell you about his philosophy. Maybe one day I'll put a book together on the philosophy of some African politicians I've studied. I've studied Johnson Asiedu Nketia. This is the thing you need to know about him. Johnson Asiedu Nketia always wants to be the line item. He always wants to be the lead item. Anywhere and in any circumstance. He doesn't present himself as the lead item. How he does it is that he will raise a situation, he will say something, he will generate a narrative that then becomes the story. So with every big event, Asiedu Nketia's psychology is that attending the event, even when he wasn't party chairman, in fact when he was party general secretary and Chairman Wayose was chairman, Asiedu Nketia was more prominent, not because he's taller, bigger or anything, but he has a way of stealing the show using words, narratives, jokes, all of that. He has a way of stealing the show. When Professor Mills was president, every time there's an event, Asiedu Nketia steals the show. That's how Rawlings gave him the name General Mosquito, because he steals the show. That's his psychology. He is not good, it's not bad, it's not wrong, it's just his psychology. And he's not the only politician who is like that. So I studied him. So going into the Jenan Opoku Ajiman event, I was really focusing on what will Johnson Asiedu Nketia do at this event. What Asiedu Nketia goes to the event to do is to do something that will make him the headline. Not J. Nana the headline, not John Mahama, not Lordina Mahama. It has to be Johnson Asiedu Nketia. That is his psychology. When he was invited to speak, he spoke for a very short time. Fifi Kwete had been talking for almost an hour. When the event was still on, if you like, check. Whilst the event was about to close, still on, all the headlines, Joy FM, I'll send it to people. I say, look. Peace FM Online, Ghana Web, they were all headlining Asiedu Nketia's statement. And he made those statements deliberately so that he will be the headline, not Jenan Opoku Ajiman being the headline. I don't know whether NDC folks noticed it, but I certainly noticed it because I've been doing that for quite a while. Before I tell you how he did it, let's play a montage for him. He likes that. Johnson Asiedu Nketia's. And this is Jenan Opoku Ajiman's outdooring. This is a candidate who has been running mates in 2020, was not successful, has been renominated by the leader of the party, who was also not successful, but has been voted for again as the NDC candidate. So this is a very important event. Meanwhile, President Mahamad's campaign team has not yet been announced. So this is the major event since the announcement of the flag bearer. Since John Mahama was outdoored by the NDC as his flag bearer, this is the next most important event that they've had. Of course, since the announcement of Jenan Opoku Ajiman, she has had a few engagements, one of which Kwesi Ahoy badly slipped on this somebody's going to die thing, which was, it's been managed better, I think. It's okay, it's bad, we understand that it's a slip. We'll still talk about it, but we know that it's a slip. Now, so after that, the next major event is this one. Asiedu Nketia knows that this event is for Professor Jenan Opoku Ajiman. It's not for anybody. So even if you look at President Mahamad's body language, he tried not to say so much. He tried not to do so much. Madam Lodina just came and sat down and exchanged pleasantries with people. Joshua Labi, all the major NDC people were there. Big, huge NDC people. They were all in the room. The Hoys were there. Tutubi Kwache, Kwame Pepra. Big NDC people. So this is a stage set for Jenana to show what she's made up of. So she was going to have a full speech. So usually the most important person is the last person to speak. Even though President Mahama was there, President Mahama was the last but one person to speak. It was President Mahama's responsibility to introduce Jenana Opoku-Agyeman. Fantastic arrangement in terms of the event. But Asiedu Nketia had another mind. He wasn't now quietly looking at them and laughing at them. He was going to teach them some Cocoa Ase lessons. He was going to teach them some Cocoa Ase lessons. When he mounted the podium, and he spoke, if you look at the body language of the audience, no one was expecting him to say that. Absolutely no one was expecting Asiedu Nketia to go along the path that he went. Oh, we haven't won the election. And you people are sharing posts. And then there's some kind of people, and we know who he was talking about, who say they are Godfather. We all know who he was talking about, you know. And that was quite worrying for me personally, because I know who he's talking about. And the person is kind of innocent and just trying hard to make sure that his brother wins presidency. That's what he's doing. But Asiedu Nketia said, we know the people who say they are Godfather and they will be doing... I sent a text to the guy. I said, Charlie, Asiedu Nketia is talking about you. Have you heard? He didn't reply. So, but that's Asiedu Nketia for you. Watch the video and let me come back and explain further. This is what he said at the Jenana Opoku-Agyeman event.
Because we are already convinced that we are there, a lot of people have begun taking positions and fighting over who will be what in the next government. Indeed, some people are not only fighting about the positions they will occupy, they are telling all others that they will be the kingmakers and they will be making their appointment. If we are not careful, this will dampen the enthusiasm and the spirit of our followers. So I want to assure everybody that we are not there yet. Don't be fighting about positions. And don't be struggling about who will make appointments. Let us all go for the hunting first, and when we kill the game, we now argue about how to share the meat. Finally, a lot of us assume
when we finally have a game, the meat is to be shared. I don't know. We are looking for election to win and gain political power. If that is meat, no problem. That can be shared as meat. Take your neck, take the bottom, take the leg. Those of us who like pig feet, if the meat is pig, you cut the feet for us, we take it away. This one, take it away. I don't know whether the governance system is some meat that they are going to be cutting and sharing. But anyway, that's what he said. Now, is this an occasion for Asiedu Nketia to give this warning? This is Jenana Opoku-Agyeman's occasion. She's coming to show hope. She's coming to show possibility. She's coming to show readiness for the governance. She's coming to show readiness as running mate, readiness as president. The NDC is showing their dual tickets of John Dramani Mahama and Jenana Opoku-Agyeman and suggesting to Ghanaians that this is the ticket you must have confidence in. It's a positive atmosphere. Every speech from the podium must evince that positiveness. Asiedu Nketia, he had a mind of his own. He was sitting down quietly watching them. He was looking at them. He said, these people, I will teach them a lesson. Me, I know. That's a psychology. Because otherwise, viewers, can anyone explain to me? This is just, so it's like Dr. Bawumia was launched the other day, 2008, after he was named running mate to the surprise of many by Nana Akufo-Addo. Bawumia comes on the occasion and gives a fantastic speech. And then the chairman of the party in those days, Peter McMahon, comes and says, hey, the thing we haven't won it yet. To those of you, no, this is not the occasion to say that. But Asiedu Nketia wanted to steal the show for himself. If Asiedu Nketia didn't say that, he would not have been part of the headline. He knows that if he didn't say that, he wouldn't have been part of the headline. He wanted to put himself. Fifi Kwete spoke for over an hour. Was he part of the headline? He outlined all sorts of things, talk plenty, talk about how Bawumia is desecrating the office of blah, 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 blah. Nobody mind him. Asiedu Nketia, he's a very smart man. Though. He knew that this is the story that the media will pick. So he goes to stand there. Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence that NDC people are sharing posts? Where is the evidence? The NDC are sharing posts. And somebody said they will be Godfather. Where is the evidence? But that's the kind of character you have in the NDC chairman. My friend Johnson Asiedu Nketia. That is it. This is what he wanted. This is what I wanted to say last week. I didn't have time to say it. But I wanted to point it out so that the people who are watching, the analysts, Imani, Franklin Kujo, those of you who are watching, agree or disagree with me. This is the psychology of the NDC chairman. He comes to the event to make himself the priority. Nothing more, nothing less. And he does it very cleverly. He doesn't do it by showboating. No. He does it by generating a narrative. Sometimes the narrative is a joke. But that's what he knows will fly. Jenana is being outdoored. Leave her to be outdoored. Leave her to show off what she can do. Leave her to be the main headline of the thing.